And a scrappy one, but he'll take it. It doesn't matter how you get those first points in the NBA. It just matters that you get them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there will be plenty of chances to create spectacular highlights in the years to come for this young man. But right now, he just wants those first points.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready. He's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school, and he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
Shots good by Bain. You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Here's Morris, and he banks in the layup.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Reggie Bullock is checked in. Jazz trail by 10. The big men, Tolliver and Drummond. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. And it's Harris in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. And it's Freak missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Inside. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pistons leading by 10. D2 from Tolliver. No good off the front iron. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs if they were in the East.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Down low, here's Tolliver. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Tolliver's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Pistons. Kicks it to Hood. Fires from deep. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Outside Jackson. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Drummond, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Derek Favors. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
The dish to Tolliver. And there's the pass to Harris. Feeds to Drummond. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. 3-pointer. The rebound by the Jazz.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Freak dishes to Favors. Puts it up from 17. No good. And the Pistons now going the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
This guy's simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
In a moment now to quickly take a look. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. A different look here for the Pistons. Morris is checked in for Tolliver. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harris. Johnson, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Jody Meeks in for Jackson. So on the floor for Utah. Freak, he's in at the 4 spot. Trey Burke is out there with Shelvin Mack. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Withy in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. To the right side. Booker the pass to Freak. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And it always feels good to get that first win in the season series. Going head-to-head twice this year, this will put them up 1-0 so far against the Jazz.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Jackson. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker. And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win. Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Detroit with the ball. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Morris with the bucket.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
They set the pick. Freak. Good work defensively by Morris.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And here is Blake to the inside. Here's Baines. Good. And the assist goes to Blake.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Shaq and Kenny. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys.